boys. Alright, let's swap this over. There we go, we're working. Hey guys, welcome. It's potatoes for breakfast. We had another week off last week. Another week off. It's been slow going, but we are going to roll it back up a little bit here. The reason for the last week off was I basically went into, for those of you who have been watching X2, you know this, I went into insane crunch mode basically and decided that was it. It's over. I'm finishing it. So I kind of broke my rule of you know, like the side LP not interfering with the other stuff, and I banged it out like hard. Like Friday through till Monday was a lot of stuff, like an awful lot of stuff. But we're done. It's now the next Friday. I hope you guys are doing very good. Obviously, a shit ton of stuff has been going on with the game, like an awful lot. So hopefully we've got some cool discussion we can do here. And I've had some thoughts about some of the stuff we're going to do in the future. Some very cool thing. I'm not going to hold it over anyone's head. What I kind of want to do, all right, is first of all, we still have with the Spud Club, we still have legendary weapons that people have donated. Like seriously. So we need to get back to doing the minigames. We have to start doing the arenas. We have to start doing the minigames. We have to start having to do fun stuff like that. Now, a lot of us who watch this now are on WP2. And for those of you guys who are on that, I want you all to consider, even if you're just watching this as a VOD, you can come along for like the future tournaments and things we do. Wax set up a King of the Hill thing ages ago, which we've not even looked into. I want to get that stuff rolling out. Come on, because we've got such good prizes, and the guild hall itself is doing really well level-wise. We're almost back up to 15k Ethereum. So anyway, we're going to do one day a week dedicated on the guild hall. We're probably going to go with that. My sleep schedule's finally getting regular again, so that's going to enable us to do stuff. Still going to be 4 days a week, but one of those is going to be dedicated. Now, whether that means guild missions or what, I don't know. I've actually got some really cool ideas using Guild Wars 2 multi, which would allow us to have like multiple perspectives and stuff. But we'll do with that when we come to it. But so I want to do that. Another stream every week. I want to be 0 to Hero. That's today's. Today we're going to be doing 0 to Hero. Another stream I want each week. What was one of the other one? What was the fourth one? What was the fourth one? There was something else. Maybe we'll do 2 0 to Heroes, but there was another cool idea that I wanted to do. But anyway, and then the last day, or one of the days, which is actually going to be tomorrow, I kind of okay, so first of all, the Guild Wars 2 stuff, every Guild Wars 2 stream I do, I'm going to open with 3 PvP matches. The reason I'm doing 3 PvP matches at the start of each stream, this incoherence is going to level out in a second, and I'm going to be making sense to you guys. The reason I'm doing that, some of you guys probably know, is because of the legendary back piece. I thought all I had to do was my 3 daily achievements to get progress for it. And then like last week, a friend of mine was like, no, what? No, you have to do 3 ranked matches. So I was going into hot joins for ages just to get it. I actually love the way ArenaNet's designed this. Basically what happens, guys, is you have to do, this is what we want to look at. You have to do 3 different ranked matches every day. Win or lose, that doesn't matter. So it's really well designed because you don't get too annoyed. Because if you win or lose, it doesn't matter. That's just stunning. But they keep people playing because you have to do 3 a day. 3 a day, 3 a day, 3 a day. So you can slowly progress through these. And eventually, when you're done with all of them, you can build your legendary back piece precursor into the PvP one. So, and people have already got that and stuff. So I want to do that. So we're going to open those streams with our 3 PvP matches. And then we're going to get into the bulk of whatever it is. Okay, so for today, it's 0 to Hero. Other day it'll be guild stuff. Other day it'll be whatever else. But one day a week as well, I'm going to go back to Guild Wars 1. I don't know how leave the comment. We'll see how viewership and stuff goes. My guess is we're going to get no viewership at all. Because nobody on Twitch is going to be browsing for Guild Wars 1 at all. So it's literally going to be us. It's going to be like people who already know Wooden Potatoes. People who already know Guild Wars 2. Those are the only people in the entire world that are going to be watching those streams. So it's really not great for me in terms of like trying to grow or whatever. I think it'd be fun. I want to play Nightfall. So we're going to play GW1 Nightfall. I don't know how far we'll get, but that was an awesome stream we did before. And I think it could be crazy cool. And we could even do like a weird mix stream for what it's worth as well. Where we do like a mix of Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 together by playing both games at once and setting up the overlays, interestingly enough. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So yeah, I think that'll be really, really cool. And it could be tomorrow's stream. Probably tomorrow's stream we'll do Nightfall. It could be later. I don't know. But and then so that last day, so it'll be 0 to Hero, guilds, maybe Nightfall. And then the 4th day, there's always something context specific, or hopefully going forward, the game will have enough content that there's something context specific we can talk about. So, so this week, for example, Super Adventure Box would be the thing. I was sort of planning on maybe playing that with you guys today, but I'm easing off of the idea at the moment. So, could be SAB, or it could be another raid wing that came out, or this or that, or whatever. You know, my game is so stuttery right now, and it's really freaking me out. Post processing off.
The match starts soon.
Can you please stop stuttering? This is weird. I don't like it. I like it at all. We'll see how it goes. Frame limiter. What if we just try and limit it to 60 and see what happens? But yeah. Alright. So here we go. Just a couple of little matches. People are slowly rolling in. Hope you guys are all good.
Points.
Solo Thunderhead keep all day. Dude, no. Never again. At the end of X2, I was like, oh yeah, you guys know I've done some projects that have been really hard before. This one's been really difficult. The actual thing I was thinking of right when I said that was Thunderhead Keep. It's probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. Okay, that was a terrible raid. Oh, my frames are really weird. I don't know why either. This is pretty bad. This game might go awfully, and I just want people to know that.
You lost the waterfall.
Oh my god, this is it even showing up on stream?
You captured the quarry.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't even know what the target is that I should be going for. Interrupt. It's renewed focus. Let's keep on him. He's already popped his elite. Popped his ollie, guys. I will go for a double mower in a second. I'm a lot better at this build now, by the way. Like a lot better at this build. There you go. That's them all dead. So what you want to do is mob the mower and then do your stuffs. There you go. And we killed him with a confusion on a dodge roll. So I think he might have had a dodge roll proc thing that then confused him and killed him. This is horrible. I feel like I'm playing at like 20 frames. Now the game's showing that I'm getting 50, but it's like stuttering. I'm getting like micro stutter. We're going to have to turn the client off and turn it back on in a second, guys. It's not going to be good. Alright, let's see.
You've taken the graveyard.
I'm actually happy that he interrupted that there. I don't think that was a worthwhile mower. A mower in a 2v1? Really dumb idea. I often find as well, I don't know whether it's because this specific variant of bird flu that I'm running is better or what, but I often find I very rarely lose 1v1s against other mesmers. Kind of interesting. But yeah, if you guys have anything you want to talk about, let me hear it. SAB did one map and I'm really full with it. SAB's been crazy to me. You guys know me, alright? I've been the hipster little twat guy. Oh, Sneak Jerry. Fine, no, I'm not 2v1 on that. That guy can do it on his own. Go, get on the node, don't let him decap. I will port in after we've secured mid. You know, I've been the little hipstery. It was overrated, right? I've said it, and I still believe it. SAB was overrated by the community. However, I have to say, even given what I've said about it being overrated, I got in game. Should we secure that stuff before that guy arrives? Or is he not going to go for it? He should go for it. He could really screw me over there.
You've taken the graveyard.
I mean, obviously it's a ranger, but a distortion there was questionable. But hey,
refreshing.
I got in there, and it's funny. It's funny how much little things, how much attention to detail and quality there really was there. I know he's raising again. We'll just interrupt it.
You lost the waterfall.
Well, mind you, then the petal go again. It's amazing how much there really is of that stuff, and I really look at it a lot more positively, I think, now that it's come back. Because it's funny how quickly you forget stuff, right? What I actually did was, I was a bit disappointed when I got on list because I had all the perks, all the upgrades and stuff. And it kind of made me realize, oh man, I actually would have forgotten everything. Like, tell me this, guys. Or could you have told me this yesterday? How many baubles does the slingshot cost? How many what order do you get the upgrades in? What do you get first? The slingshot or the torch, right? Stuff like that. Like, I'd forgotten all of that. I really had all those little details or the nitty-gritty that's in the Super Adventure Box that really, I think, makes it shine and makes you realize, oh my god, yeah, they really built a whole new game within a game. That stuff's cool. And I'd forgotten about it. So what I actually did was I started playing on my Ranger. Those who watch a lot of videos will remember him from a while ago. He's the guy that's supposed to look like an Inquest, but essentially just looks stoned. This is quite the little area we've got here. I'm just going to port and bail out, because that seems a bit odd. Damn it. Just trying to block that.
Refreshing.
That shatter there was more just to cleanse the confusion than anything else.
The waterfall is yours.
And then the mind rack may not have been perfect timing there, but we kind of had to do it because I wanted to gap close. Where is he? He's just bailed, I think. Who have we got on that node right now? To support him? Why are you back here already? What an idiot. He's got 5 torment on him now. Can he cleanse it? What a moron.
You've lost the
All
quarry.
right. We're going back.
That's good.
Let's do it. Looks like this Angie's been working some business on our close point.
Strong.
Shit, I didn't mean to do it that way. We actually have no decent clone generation just yet. There we go. Oh, I shouldn't have done that during the elixir. What's up? There you go. Torment. He's going to run away. He's going to die to it. 13! Oh, the Rev slammed him as well. That was great. Woo! A new SAB world each year would be great. Here's the thing. I kind of got stupidly deceived in yesterday's video. You guys might have heard. Nobody called me out on it. I guess people were just too hyped about the fact that SAB was back to really listen to what I was saying. In that video, I suggested that there was going to be a patch today that would update SAB. Maybe that version of the video never made it. I basically made 3 versions of that video yesterday. I suggested, though, that SAB might... I'm staying here to port. It's probably a bad idea. Never mind, this guy's pushing, so it's a great idea. We won't let him reset. There we go. I suggested there'd be a patch. I have no reason to believe that, except I had a friend who suggested it right at the start, and I was like, oh, okay. Without really verifying it. That's something very dangerous, and I really need to be careful about doing quite a lot. Alright, well, he's massively outnumbered, so let's just push this way. I made that suggestion, but basically my friend had just seen the blog post. He'd seen the name of the orange weapons, which it like suggested some kind of snake boss. And on the blog post, he was like, there's a new map you can see on the screenshot. There's a new map. When all it was actually showing was it was a section talking about the rewards, talking about goddamn the guild halls, obviously. So he was looking at the guild hall, thinking that that was a new SAB map. Great. So I actually have like this misinformation on that video. But hey, whatever. When you said that, I was more or less assumed I must have missed something with what they said, but I didn't think it would happen. Yeah, so I actually spent a good amount of time yesterday believing we were going to get World 3 come. And of course it sucks to see that we didn't. We got a solid 2-cap here. We just got to watch for a Lord push. That guy's Russian. He's got Rampage on. It's fine. Rampage is one. Oh, what's it called now? I really don't know whether I've ever lost to a Pew Pew Ranger, so it'd be pretty awful if on the stream I do. We'll see. On this build, I mean, specifically. Obviously. That blink in there was quite nice because what it actually enabled me to do was catch the shield on the way back and reduce the cooldown. Interrupted the heal, I think that was. Yeah, he's outnumbered anyways.
You've taken
this guy really just needs to come back. This build, I actually have a lot of fun pushing for him. Like a lot of fun.
The waterfall is yours.
Did you arrive just in time for the rant? I think I've ranted enough about the legendary weapons, to be honest. But if anyone has any follow-up thoughts they want to talk about, obviously it's been the main topic of the week. Should we just go over there? Alright. This is how you rack up more points than you deserve, right? You tag someone on a defense, and then you score the kill for it after porting out on a node assault. It's great. Not that this is a node assault, but still.
You lost the
wait, what? I didn't realize that. No, how did he get CC'd? I don't have that mirror tray on, do I? If you guys want to replay that little bit there, what you can a little tip for the downstakes.
I'm an achiever.
A reason to stomp someone from behind, as we kind of were there, is if they're not auto attacking you. If you get the stomp really quickly and they haven't, and they're just pissed off, you know, maybe they're tilted slightly, they're not even autoing. What you can do by initiating the stomp from behind is make it really easy to see when they're gonna use their CC ability, so you can counter with your whatever ability, your stab or whatever the fuck it is. So for me there, it was distort. So if you watch there, if you replay it, I stomped the ranger at his head. I'm not gonna pretend it was on purpose, but it was a nice little thing. Did my frames even out? They didn't. All right, guys, we're gonna very quickly go to Big Cam. Oh, it's been a while. We're gonna close down the game and then we're gonna reload it. Yeah, and so when he triggered his 2, the entire body span around, so it was really easy for me to see when to distort. Just a little tip. WP, what hot legendary will I be going for first? You know, I really wasn't that interested. It's like I say in the video, I wasn't that interested in getting Heart of Thorns legendaries, but now I'm kind of like, there's only ever going to be 4. I may as well get one. I may as well, like, that's actual exhaustible content for me now. You know, like, I honestly think one of the more interesting goals of the expansion would be to do every hunt for every precursor, plus get all 4 hot legendaries. How crazy would that be? That would take so long. WP, you don't really lose FPS, but do you notice some kind of input latency so it feels sluggish? I have that quite often recently. Sometimes. No, it's something about my new monitor. Ever since I got this new monitor, sometimes I just get weird stuttering frame drops, and it's just oddities related to that. Nothing else. Input lag I haven't had for a while. I used to get pretty bad input lag in Guild Wars 1, but not recently. While SAB is amazing, I do miss the small little jokes like bobblehead or airplane. Well, I was expecting a real like, this is funny. This is actually, if they really didn't do anything, the first year since 2006 ArenaNet haven't done an April Fool's update. Do you want to see the extent of Wooden Potatoes trivia? Mostly because I was looking this up yesterday. Here we go. Ready? Off the top of my head. 2006, characters' genders are swapped. 2007, everybody's a stickman. 2008, everyone became Gwen-chan dolls. 2009, you swapped the size with your mini-pet. 2010, the Commando is revealed. No, that was 2011. 2010... Man, what was the 2010? 2010 was something. 2011 was Commando. 2012 was Minstrel / Mesmer, I guess. I think was around then. Oh, no, 2011 was that. 2012 was Super Adventure Box. 2013 was Bobbleheads. 2014 was Airplanes. Oh no, I'm 1 year behind. What have I done wrong? 2013 was was Super Adventure Box. 14 was Bobbleheads. 15 was Airplanes. And now we've got 16 where they haven't done anything. It's like sort of the first year that they haven't done anything. It's kind of sad. Well, anything new. Alright, here we go. We're back. Let's try again. Alright, that's game 1. Let's move straight into game 2. Wait, but how many hot legendary weapons were there released? 4. 3 already out. The 4th one's the short bow. That is it. We do know they have assets for the other models. What's going on there? Is it just because I'm streaming? It can't just be because I'm streaming. Is it reshade being weird? No, see, it's still doing it. Even right now, it's still doing it. If I min everything out, this is super choppy. And I don't know why. See, here's the thing. Can I full screen or does that break it for you guys? I'm pretty sure it flashes you my desktop if I full screen. Alright, let me check something very quickly. We're going to queue in as well just while we wait. Don't worry, guys. I'm looking at chat. I know we got a lot of messages coming in. One second. Alright, if we go back to this for a second. And then I hit this. Oh, but then I can't change the overlay back. Yeah, that's not going to work. Yeah, I don't know. This sucks. I don't know why the game's doing this. I guess I'll just have an uncomfortable experience today. Ooh, man. Do you guys see it? You don't see it. Whatever. Alright, I'll stop going on about it. WP, would you go for Nevermore at some point? Maybe. It looks like a lot of work. The staff would be cool. As someone who already owns the Bifrost, I think I'm less interested in it. See, at least I don't have the legendary axe, and I don't have the legendary pistol, and I don't have a legendary shortbow. So, in theory, any of the other ones would be more valuable to me. But, I mean, maybe I could have 2 staffs. I could have the Bifrost as like a daytime staff, and Nevermore as a nighttime one for when they fix the dungeon rewards again. I don't know, man. Sebastian said, I'm still baffled that they chose a weapon only 2 professions can use. Well, look, what I think you'll find actually went on. It's given everyone baubles. That's hilarious. What I think you'll probably find actually went on was it was such a snap, such a fast decision to disband the Legendary team, such a turbulent decision. They never had the comfort of prepping something else to go alongside the shortbow. I think it was just sheer, pure, dumb fucking luck that the shortbow was the closest one, and the shortbow was basically done, and they were left in the dark after that kind of snap choice. WP, were you a fan of Top Gear? I liked every episode of Top Gear I ever watched, but it never became one of those shows I watched regularly. Remember, I had a girlfriend in school who used to like it a lot more than me, and that was when I very first got into it, but I never stuck with it. Turn off the G-Sync, that's a hotfix. Dude, you know what? I actually believe you there. G-Sync, turning it off could be exactly what I need to do. Alright, we'll try it. All I have to do is only enable G-Sync for full screen mode. Oh god. Okay, we hit apply. And it's frozen. Oh god. Alright, there we go.
The match starts soon.
Dude, you're right. Yes, it's fixed it. Thank you so much. Oh my god, there you go. Cool. Alright, let's go in. Welcome to the stream, Malik. Nice to see you, dude. Honestly, it'd be worse if the last Heart of Thorns Legendary was a greatsword. Yeah, because they've already got 3 greatswords. That's why, I mean, it sounds flippant sometimes when I say stuff in videos, like, oh, I just came. But I really do believe in the sword point. Sword is by a wide range of professions, and only one of them exists. Sword is the absolute best thing that they could have done. Not shortbow. Shortbow is the worst thing, sword is the best. Mace would have been tied for worst thing, except Revenant now exists, which also gets a mace, which means it gets 3 classes get that. Wow, someone has already got blown up. Alright. I'll take this opportunity to mower people who are rezzing. Why not? Yeah, double mower! If we don't win this team fight, I'm actually going to be really scared. Not because we lose a team fight, but because a group that doesn't win a team fight that had the assistance of a double mower kind of means you have to push very aggressively for sides and very hotly rotate. And on a map like this, that just leaves you open to disaster. I don't know. In a hot joint where there's no real communication. Well, not hot joint. That'd be the wrong word. I think we should be okay. This is kind of a weird move I've made there. Blink. Yeah, okay. Right. It was just bad. I admit it. It was bad. Let's not look at what I just did there. Did you notice that they cut out the little story parts Super Adventure Box had the last time we played it? Yes, actually. And what I found funny was on the POI, where they were doing like the interview at South by Southwest. Shit, I walked right into that. They totally made a suggestion that they were tying more story or something, right? And then it just wasn't there. So what's going on there, ArenaNet? Yeah, I did notice that, and it sucks. I also noticed that the other thing that's interesting, obviously, guys, is remember they made back-end changes that meant Super Adventure Box basically just didn't work. We know that that's true. We know that's not just bollocks they were giving us for ages. We know it's true because for a little while they did that patch where people were actually managing to bug it. Do you remember? I bought like a whole other account and all this stuff to try and do it, but I was too late in the end. Oh, come on. What was the Rev doing? Alright, well that's fine. Oh wait, why don't we have home secure? No, don't res me. This is pretty bad. We know it was broken. We know it was. And it was like to do with the movement and stuff. So what I found kind of interesting about now that Super Adventure Box is back was I was looking at what may they have broken? Like, so one of the ideas is the combat speed. You know, like an integral thing to the game is you lose combat speed, and that was like one of the kind of hacky things that Josh and the team had to implement to make SAB work originally that they could have broken. Everything seems intact in there though, except all the water geysers seem to no longer move. You guys have noticed there used to be these platforms that came up and down, and they're just all stationary now. They're just all static. It makes Zone 1 of World 2 much easier now. And it also makes getting the little cloud thingies a lot easier too. There's something about the way that Guardian moved there that just helped him avoid so much damage. We're going to port in mid and then just bail out. Especially since the 11:30's coming. I'm a little bit early, which is a shame. I should have held him in mid for a bit longer. I could have just snapped up here. We might be able to cheekily grab this though.
Stillness.
The reason I Chaos Stormed at my feet is it gives you a chance to give you Aegis, which is obviously a block and will save you. Now we can port straight back into mid when they get baited out to push far here. This is very aggressive what I'm doing here, but I like doing this a lot on this build because I can hold up well on 1v1s. And I can just move wherever they need me now. Big team fight's going to explode on mid. I can go there. I can bail out of this 1v1 with this Necro. And I can also cheesily just mower him and try and knock him out quickly to secure the node. See, but now we're 2v1, so if I can't stomp this guy, I'm relying on getting this Signet so I can distort. Ah, he's got full bar shroud. We'll win the mid fight then.
That feels good.
Oh, we've already won the mid fight. Go in the ball. Pull. Did anyone come? No! Oh, guys, if you came, that would have been such a good play. All right, we got to leave now. Now we're in danger. That's fine, though. We held 2 on their close node. I think we've held 2 anyway. It's not just that one of them's an MM.
Your enemy sees the altar.
Yeah. No. What? How long's he been there? All right, fine.
Go ahead.
Just trying to stay in the Chaos Storm as long as possible right now. That distort was a waste. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to... This game obviously is not in the bag by any stretch, so... Just trying to make sure we win it. We've pushed really far, which means mid's going already. Hopefully they'll be okay with that. We got 1 minute basically till double buff. Did they secure that? I'm not going there for a 2. It's just a thief. Is that thief really engaging a 2v1 in mid? Alright, what have we got? Double dragon. Obviously the node is trapped up hard.
Refreshing.
Just basic matchup wise, I really don't think this is smart. Look, neither of them want to come to me, and I'll tell you why. It's because they got about 1 billion traps on there. There's the pull. Ah! No! What? Come on! Watching for the true shots. Alright, there's a guy in there now. Alright, that's fine. This is pretty awful the way I've been playing on mid here. No. I suck against Dragons. WP is streaming and it's not midnight? Yeah, I know, right? That was really dumb. We've got sides at least. Oh, it's fine. Go bottom mid, guys. It looks like no one on our team is recognizing that's happening. We have someone wasting time on far. Do we have the Mesmer at stillness at least, or is he underneath? I think he's at stillness, which is great.
Tranquility has appeared.
Yeah, he's at stillness. He's got free cap on that. Stillness, and if we just hold sides, I'm fine. Even if they channel bottom mid. Looks like it's being stalled. Mid, I can't be bothered to worry about. Nobody's going to our close. Are they going to cap that down there? I don't know what I'm doing. I've been a little bit useless. Don't even know if I want to be down here.
That feels good.
Oh, getting the mower on the Dragon Hunter there was very fortunate, I will say. There you go. Finish them off quick. Clean up the birds. Shatter them. There you go. Stomping. Channeling. How didn't you finish him off? Come on. There's 2 of you. Oh, he's gonna judge us in. Watch this. Ready? Oh, you bastard! You bastard! I can't
Your
believe
enemy
it.
sees the altar.
God, I'm so disappointed in my friends there. I'm not 3v1ing him. You lot can do that on your own. That's so stupid. Oh, look, and now this guy's coming in. Oh, look, and we lost far. Wonderful. Oh, there's a guy. What the hell? How is he? Is he running trapper routes on a dragon hunter? Really? Alright. Alright, I like it. I like it. Something new, something interesting. That's cool. We just reflected some stuffs back at him.
Go ahead. Hit me.
Very interesting idea there. Alright, we neutered mid, but it doesn't matter. If they're going trip
Your
cap,
enemy has the temple now.
mid really isn't a great objective. I don't like staying for the full cap when it looks like you don't know how bottom middle's going on one of these. On a solo queue. Where is all my endurance? Excuse me.
You control the gate.
Trapper runes on Dragon Hunter isn't new, really? Well, that's the first one I've seen, and I've played up to Diamond. Ideally, we would have raised this guy, but let him die first. Then just quickly killing the guy so he doesn't rally or whatever is also okay. Yeah, how isn't it new? This is the first I've seen it at all. In fact, you really, generally speaking, don't see many dragon hunters around here. Usually you find like 3 necros on the left, 3 necros on the right, somewhat 2 people running the build I'm running, me being one of them, and then like 1 random face. Who the what? Did he just stack? I don't get it. I don't get it. Am I blind? What happened there? What happened?
Your enemy has
We
the
are
gate.
on a field wall. That's not good. Waiting for him to run out of Shroud. How's he got max Shroud? Didn't we just kill this guy? This is actually terrible. We might lose this.
You've got the temple.
Necros are never surefire wins.
Your
And
enemy
I didn't
sees
engage
the
very
altar.
well here. We might have to let him get full. Oh, we already did. Oh, come on. I don't want a 2v1 again. What are you doing? It's fine. We got close.
Your team
I
is
really didn't do very much that
victorious.
game. That was interesting. All right, one more, guys, and then we'll get to 0 to hero. So far, what are my plans for the 0 to hero character? Well, right now we're like in fractal mode. So we're going to do our daily fractals. We're going to keep climbing up on the fractals score there. You guys are obviously welcome to come on that one. And the other thing we need to do really is get into the jungle. We're kind of at a 50-50 decision right now as to whether to go for our ascended weapon through elite specializations, through their collection, their specific one, or whether we should go for it through grinding gold, perhaps in fractals, or silver waste or something. I don't know. The thing is, I really hate the idea of doing tons of streams of just boring fucking silver wastes. Like, you guys will have to excuse me for that, but it sounds just obnoxious. So I don't know, but if we fractal for cash, we might find we can quite comfortably bump our weapon crafting to 500. Here's the thing about Druid, though. It would be a staff, which would be artificing. Then it would be a sword, which would be weaponsmithing. And then it would be, what? We're not running a condi, so it wouldn't be a torch. Would it be a sword, or would it be an axe? Would it then be huntsman as well, right? Like it could be spread across 3 disciplines, which would be a real pain. Having to get 5. Oh, hey, Pause. How's it going, man? That would really suck. Long time no see, Pause. Are you back because of SAB? Do the personal story. What? Why? No. We've done more than enough of that. What was 0 to hero? Was that the permadeath challenge thing? No. 0 to hero is taking an account from absolutely nothing to the point where you can raid without feeling guilty on a meta spec. And it's like a test to see how long it takes, how grindy is Guild Wars 2, how caged off is the raiding community, etc, etc, etc. Now, the truth is, you can raid 9-man, you can raid 8-man, you can raid 7-man, you can be carried through with no gear whatsoever. So, where do you define it? And for me, it's as a knowledgeable person being guilt-free in your setup. I honestly believe our druid already is more than capable to raid and pull his weight while raiding. More than capable. But it's not entirely guilt-free, so we've got more to go for. My coffee's getting cold. Still tasty, though. The key to success is to scream, "I was in alpha" every time you die. Diamond easy, feisty memes confirmed. Christ. But yeah, those are the plans. So are we waiting for a patch on the April Fool's joke, said Kiki? I don't know. I don't know. I would hope so. Like I say, it's kind of sucky to think, you know, they do a 9-year-long spree of every year some official April Fool's related thing. Even when they're not massively supporting a live game, like those interim years between GW 1 and 2. Even in those situations, we still had them do stuff. The fake patch notes, that stuff. It was all so cool. Where is it this year? What's going on? You know? I almost thought that they put out SAB a day early just so it could be a distinct thing to... As well as the fact people were quite obviously catching on it was coming. And they wanted it to be a surprise. It could also then be a distinct thing to April Fool's. WP, there wasn't one in 2012. That was the one I was struggling on a second ago, but I'm pretty sure there was, even if it was just a thing on the website where they were just joking about something. They have always had something. Oh, I know what I forgot. I forgot about the Terminator quest chains in Guild Wars 1. Yeah, after the big mini, small mini, you had the Terminator quest chains. They did that 2 years on a trot. That was the... Well, I kind of mentioned it because I said Commando. April Fool's Day 2014 was Bobblehead. April Fool's Day 2013... I'm on Wiki now. 2013 was Super Adventure Box. 2012... Oh, no, there you go. Yeah, they didn't do anything. Oh, all right. I'm wrong then. There you go. They disappointed us already in 2012, so it's okay that they do it this year. Yeah, I used to love the joke patch notes. The joke patch notes from GW1 days were awesome. Like, really awesome. A lot of people, by the way, the whole idea of Guild Wars 1, a lot of people have been really asking me to do analysis and cool stuff about the Guild Wars 1 content. And I have a lot of fun on that stuff too, so who knows. That's kind of why I think Nightfall could be really interesting. But here, I'm going to do what a comedian says you should never do. I'm going to explain the jokes to you guys. Let's see here. Oh, no, I tell a lie. Oh, no. Here we go. Here, I'm going to explain why stuff is funny. All right, here we go. Firefox, quick. I'm deliberately not going to ready because we've only got... Oh, we've only got 1 minute. Ah. It's fine. Oh, Christ. What monitor is going to appear, though? I am going to take a shot in the dark here. 3, 2, 1. Oh, God. Yeah, that isn't the one we wanted. Hold on. What? How is that monitor 3? What are you talking about? How is that monitor 3? That isn't monitor 3. So what, is it monitor 1? There you go. Monitor 1. All right. These are the patch notes. We got 15 seconds. So here's the funnies, guys. Ready? This was 2008, April 1st. So Victory or Death. This is the buff that would spawn at the end of GVG matches as a tiebreaker. It says at Victory of Death, each player now deals 5% additional damage for each rank achieved in the Kind of a Big Deal title track. So Kind of a Big Deal was like a super long, grindy thing where you had to max all the other titles in the game to get high ranks on it. And so basically what they're saying there is they're going to go against every single one of their core
Hold on to your
philosophies
points.
that you should be able to be
Seize
immediately competitive, and it's not about time spent, it's about intuition, smarts, and team play. And so by saying victory or death is now, you basically in the tiebreaker, in the closest of the most prestigious PvP matches you can have, we're going to have people who played our game more and, you know,
Taken the mine.
grinded on gold and stuff in PvE, did more damage.
They took the head.
Funny, laugh. That's it. If I don't see a million LOLs in chat, you're all senseless, humorless morons. All right, here you go. He's already wasted consume conditions. We got a ping on someone else. We're going to mower him. They never expect the back attack mower. This guy's now turned on me. I distorted there, not for the actual distortion, but for the cleanse. I want that necro down. We're going to mower him now. He just dodged. That's fine. Good. I do want more phantasms. We're out of these. That's fine. Hailstorm on the node. I'm going to stand in it for a second. Spawn. Shatter. This guy's now the main contention. Ah, another Opsy Flesh? Really? Alright, is he going for a pickup?
Refreshing.
There you go. Good. Yes, lots of LOLs. That's right, guys. There you go. You know what's up. There you go. ArenaNet of 2008 will appreciate that. What happened to the real ArenaNet? The 2008 ArenaNet? Yeah, this guy's gonna get down in a second.
There. Target identified.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Actually, I'm gonna push right now. I hope they don't recover from that. Oh, a Mesmer. Oh, no, I'm 2v1. Okay. Alright, never mind then. Oh, come on! That's just cheap! That's a waste of an elite, bro. I'm going to stand still because of the torment and hope. No. Crap. Your mad potato says, laugh! Yeah. Alright, that was probably the worst push for far I've ever made in my life. I didn't even port on close to tap out. Yeah, so the Guild Wars 2 equivalent, as Pokey3 says there, you do 5% more damage in PvP for every 5k AP you have. It really is very close to that. Very, very close to that, I would say. Each rank of kind of a big deal feels like about 5k AP in Guild Wars 2. Maybe I'm wrong, and certainly the economy of Guild Wars 1 changes that a lot. Alright, you think you want a dosey-do? Bro, I'll throw down. We're saving our skill 3 here for interrupting his heal when it comes up. We're gonna strip the stab as well. Ready? When he gets out of Shroud. Of course, we can't focus too heavily on it. No. Oh, I suck. I spent so long trying that, and now we're outnumbered. Oh, I played so defensively that whole time. Just to wait to interrupt his goddamn heal. He's an interesting build. He isn't your classic Reaper setup right there, by the way. Like at all. Ah! And then I just missed it. He cast far too quickly. There, by the way, a little play you won't have noticed, but that's something I've started to make
They took the
since it got a little bit better, started understanding the build a bit more. Do you remember when we first started this build? I was really struggling with like all the traits that spawn the phantasms, because like if I shatter 2, I get a clone. My phantasms get respawned the first time I shatter them, and there's the phantasmal defender. It's like you gotta battle all that stuff. You gotta know what all of it is and try and balance it as best you can to get as many shatters as possible out. Well, what you saw me do there was I summoned two phantasms, or a clone of phantasm, and then I just went on and used Blurred Frenzy in a field, and that wasn't for the defensive nature of the Blurred Frenzy or hitting someone. It was just because I knew, because now I'm a little bit more to grips with it. I remember the trait, and I know that the trait is going to spawn for me my third thing, so I can shatter very quickly. All right, there I wasn't quick enough with the distort. All right, he's kicking over. He sucks. When they get full cap on this, I'm just leaving.
Armored up.
I guess if Amo is ever going to make a difference, this is our last chance.
I chose.
Man, that mark really blew us up. All right, okay, it's never mind. We managed to loot it a bit more there.
They took the hedge.
I don't really like this. I don't feel like anything's getting accomplished.
In bad shape here.
I'd do way better in 1v1s with far. Yeah, one of us is down. They got the momentum. I've got a portal just in case mid doesn't go well here. We can just swing back. Best case scenario, they leave one person capping close and I just grab it. Actually, best case scenario is we can lock this mid fight out. Oh, which we did. Good. I know a Necro's coming here, so we need to wait 1 second. They're still contesting that. Alright, so we got 2v2 in mid here. Actually, is this a 3v?
My dust.
That's the target.
Alright, I don't know this. There's a double well, which we might actually be able to kill soon. There you go.
That's good.
Now we've. Oh, I was actually trying to get back through that though, because we've zerged this close. So hard. They actually saw a lot of the retail damage from that trait come off. This build's really tight. Like there is not a single trait I think is like questionable. Like I think all of them are solid. I think every single one. There's like no room to manipulate or change things too much. Continuum split your mower so it's on a 7. Yeah, I know about that. But what I've been doing is instead to just try and lock out. Instead of going on a 75-second cooldown and playing like, you know, the value game, which is what you're talking about, I've been doubling it and proccing 2 mowers at once. We got that guy crossing. I mean, if he wants to hit me on the roads, I think that's fine. Yeah, instead of playing the value game where you get lots more mowers off every match because of that, I've instead been going with like the double mowers.
The keep is yours.
So 2 mowers out at once to quickly try and win a team fight if it's looking bad. Or, as is more often the case, just because I have no confidence. Here we need to use this just to shatter to cleanse a bit more. He thinks I'm on the ropes, but I've actually got a lot more sustain left, which is going to let me win this easily.
Strong.
Was I slowed there? What was that? That was weird. Oh, come on, man! This is some crap. This is some crap right here. I'm telling you right now, this is some complete crap. What did the guy on the close point do? What? He's just stood there. Maybe I should have blinked in quicker and then shattered to get pressure on the body. Yeah, instead of waiting to the last second. Alright. I'll try and remember that for next time. Any tips for us plebs who are looking to learn a new class in PvP? I only know how to play 1 or 2. Well, you'd be pretty much the same as me. I only play 1 or 2. I reckon, I mean, it's only the 2nd season, alright? So I can't say that this is a rule of thumb for me. But I kind of feel like each season, I'm probably going to get to grips with 1 more build. And, you know, like, really dive into that 1 more thing. So here, by the way, you can get some pretty good practice on exactly how to. I did that too quickly there. You can basically stack. I've had it so that I've rotated like 25 torment on one of the bosses very, very quickly, at the cost of the signet. But by doing that, we're gonna go back. Well, here we go. I have to prove what I just said about the 1v1.
I feel so vulnerable.
Well, he's neutered, but I'm happy with that actually. I think him neuting there like that is fine by me. Hey, never mind, it's a 1v1. We're outnumbering him.
Refreshing. To kill
You've taken the mine.
That was a huge cleanse from him there. That was cool. That was really cool. Oh no! What? I thought I was going up. Damn it! I was focusing too much on the no-vote there. I don't know, man. Oh, I messed that up as well. Oof.
They took the hedge.
Fuck. Why? Why are you zerging on the node? Why are you doing that? What does he think he's doing? I'm gonna get 3 little pips on the cap of the node, and then I'm gonna get 2v1'd and lose it instantly because I'm a Riri that didn't assist in the fight. Good job, bro. Have fun over there. Oh, look, you got murdered. Oh, look, you're totally alone. Oh, look, you did literally nothing by standing there. I had the same thoughts as WP. Each season, try a new class. Yeah. I think it works quite well there because I can very comfortably go back on my Necro at any moment right now. I can very comfortably. Necro didn't change. Well, maybe that's not a good comparison because Necro just got so much stronger. It's like hard to be bad on Necro.
The keep's been lost.
I like this a lot. I like this a whole lot. Druids really, I don't get threatened by.
Heal at once.
There's a lot of CCs. Fortunately for me, he also has some stealth, which means... Why? Do you know what? I'm really not enjoying my team's rotations in this. Every time, I'm like, look, I would have been fine here. You've just over-rotated. We're losing somewhere else now because you've over-rotated. I don't need you here. Well, maybe I did because fucking those lot came in quickly. I should have dropped a port on far there as well. And I maybe shouldn't have abandoned that guy. Let's try and win mid. We might lose this game. This sucks. It would have been nice to have got a spree today.
Svanir's return.
That'll silence you.
There we go. There's the nuke. Push this guy. Get the stomp damage. The stomp points. Yes. All right. Now we just need to zerg this guy. No. Oh, they killed the boss. No. Damn it. They got the freaking. A Condi Mesmer stole it. Why? Why? Oh, we would have won that. Well, look, there you go. That's our 3 games. 3 games might be a bit much at the start of each stream. I don't know. Anyway, we want to keep that now, the Tapestry of Sacrifice. And we're now on our next tier as well. So once we've done that, now we've unlocked this. See, all this stuff's now actually properly unlocked, so we can start getting AP and stuff again. I don't quite like the way that they've gated it like that. But now we can go for our dailies. See how we've got everything done, basically, that we need, except this. So we go again. So it's 15 more days worth of 3 games. And then down here, 15 more days worth of 3 games. Which means I'm not actually going to get the Legendary thing this season because it ends on April 19th. But in Season 3, I'll get it. I just want a gem code from GW2's Twitter. Really now? Interesting. All right. So I think that's it, actually. I think that's it. All right, so we're just going to go back to Facecam for a second while I log into my other account and we get 0 to hero on the road. Let's do it. I don't know. In the future, guys, it might just be like 1 game I play at the start. Maybe. Probably a little bit long. I know not everyone's into the PvP stuff and, you know, what's our uptime? That took us the greater part of an hour. Not exactly what I was looking for. WP, are you still actively trying to get more AP? No, not really. Not for a long time. I probably stopped caring about it about 6 to 7 months before HOT came out. That's when I kind of stopped. I always get my details wrong on this. Always. There we go, got it. Getting an April Fool's from me this year? Well, if I said that, I'd ruin it, wouldn't it? To be honest with you, I don't know, because, I mean, usually I like to, but I don't have too much inspiration this year. And there have been years where I've definitely skipped, and I've definitely disappointed people. I do have an idea for one, but there'll be a regular video out at the very least. Today, a regular video. There's just too much to talk about, and then maybe if I can squeeze it in right at the end, we might see one as well. What's that video or game in the background of my face cam? That game is that could be the Final Fantasy VII trailer, the Final Fantasy VII remake trailer. I think that's what it is. I think you're looking at Midgar there. And on the desk, it's Tomb Raider 4 Revelations. My April Fool's 2012 is probably my favorite. I actually really don't like that one. I think you're talking about the same one. In 2012, I did a video, guys, where it was like a 3-minute long intro, all right? And that might not sound like much. It's a lot, all right? It's just like this really long, obnoxious intro with like this crazy dubsteppy music. And then, hell yeah, Gaia done. You're damn right Tomb Raider 4 is the best Tomb Raider game. Of Generation 1 at least? Absolutely. I agree completely. Maybe my favorite of all time. I don't know. It gets a little long and I think it gets weaker. I think after the City of the Dead, it gets weaker, in my opinion. Like, I really don't like the final chapter of that game. With just the Giza pyramids and just running in circles in the same areas over and over and over again. Anyway, yeah, this April Fool's video is that, and then eventually I say, oh yeah, guys, I basically tried to find the most vapid, stupid, meaningless video content I could ever come up with. And it was basically me saying, yeah, guys, Guild Wars 2 looks good. I'm going to play one of those Nords. And I got a lot of the words wrong. I said I wanted to play a Hunter Nord, I think it was. And that was the content. It lasted about 15 seconds. And then there's like a minute of me plugging stuff, going like, yeah, follow me on Twitter, subscribe, like my SoundCloud, pin me on Pinterest, all that kind of nonsense, just over and over and over. And then I turn off. All right, we're in. And then last year's, of course, was me stripping for the camera. Pole dropper. Hey, Rayans, I'm doing very well, thank you. WP, is that my standing desk? No, that's just my regular desk. That's my regular desk back there. Alright. Now that we've turned off G-Sync, we can stop the game looking awful. So here's how you stop the game looking awful, guys. I had a few people were talking to me about this recently. Here's what you do. You go... Not full screen. Sorry. You go, I don't know. That's fine. All right. You don't frame limit if you don't want to. All right. You go interface size. Actually, if you go larger, you do get more frames. Just FYI. I go normal. I used to be on small, but when it's 1440p, it's not worth it. You go preset, best. Then you turn off SMAA. You don't need any of that. You turn the render sample. Oh, no. I thought that's super sampled by default. That's fine. All right. Then you go to LOD distance and you put it to ultra, because for some reason best doesn't put it to ultra. I don't know why. I really didn't sort that out. Shadows off or high. High is okay too, but basically the price you pay for high is a lot of frames plus this kind of ugly smearing. You see the ground there? You always see that moving. It's like there's a spotlight always following you, and as soon as you see it, you can't unsee it. So I like to go none. All right. Post processing off. Depth blur. Off. Effect LOD. Oh, that sometimes turns on by default. That's it. There you go. Now you're done. I actually go lowest and then low there. Max frames for maximum beauty. If you're in SAB, you get way higher frames and you can afford putting the shadows back on. I've got a lot of SAB footage. All right. Is there any reason for this character to go into the box? Do you guys know? Should have been a React video. Wait. What kind of React video? We've never been to Ratasum on this character. Interesting. Am I going to do another super Q&A? I am DeathTim217. I feel really bad because I haven't done one for a while. Today's a regular Q&A, but then I will be doing a super one after that. I guaranteed. Promise. 100%. I promise you that there will be a super one after that. I very much regret that I haven't done one. We lost about $400 the last month. I guess just because people decided they don't like Guild Wars 2 anymore, or I'm not putting up enough Guild Wars 2 content, or I'm not doing super Q&As enough. But, I mean, that's no joke. $400 is a lot of money. And the taxi is about to start, so I'm gonna be looking to move out, which is really cool. So I kind of wanna figure out what I'm doing there. Want to look quite closely very soon. All right, let's. Do I want to go to the box? Probably not. All right, well let's do our fractals. Let's do our fractals, guys. Because there's nothing I can get in the box that's worth it, right? For the most meaningless content. What do you mean? Wait, well, what? What am I missing? If you go into the box, you can think inside the box. I always think inside the box. Other concepts are alien to me. If you finish World 1 Tribulation Mode enough times to get all green weapons, you'll get an ascended weapon of your choice. Really? How hard is that to do, though? World 1. Oh, and it's Trib Mode. I'm not very good at Trib Mode. Just join on my party, guys, if you want to do these fractals with me. Scale 15. It's very easy. I want to reassure everyone right now. Fractals are piss easy, stupidly casual friendly. You don't need to know a thing. If it's the first fractal you've ever done, if you haven't played in a year and you're just checking the stream out because you're curious about the game again or something, you are welcome to play with me right now. All you have to do is type what you see on screen. With the little face cam there, just type /join list. Not even squad join, just /join list. WP, haven't you done Tribulation World 1 before? I have, but it was... In fact, there's a pretty funny video, I would say. Actually, I've done videos of all 3 zones. I've done videos of every single Tribulation zone except Zone 3 World 2. It's the only one I haven't done. And I could do that. I could finish the series. That'd be pretty cool. Anyway, yes, I have done that. But it was like a year ago. I don't remember it all. It's very much muscle memory. Oh yeah, this isn't list. It would be Pole Dropper. All right, never mind, guys. It's a different account. Let me change what that says. Let's see here. Is it that? Yeah. All right, that's all you have to type in your whisper box. That's all you have to type. April Fools! Yeah. April Fools, guys. April Fools. That's all that was. Yeah, it was a year ago, wasn't it? It was like a year and year and a half, something like that. Yeah, I don't know why my mail on this account is full because oh, it's probably people asking for invites and stuff. Actually, the thing I want to do... all right, guys, listen. I'm going to be a selfish asshole here, okay? Spud Club. Spudders in the clubbers. Guys, people have been leaving, all right? We used to be capped at 500 all the time. 13 people decided they're not interested anymore. A lot of Spud Clubbers don't even rep anymore. Right now, we've got a few, all right? We're getting regular with the streams again. Spud Clubbing, we're doing it. We're revitalizing. We're giving away those legendaries. We're doing that stuff. That stuff is coming up. However, here's another cool thing. Let's make the Spud Club the... I want to do a video on decorations. You guys know this. I opened up the entire guild to decorating a while ago. We last did it during the Dragon Festival. What I want to do this week is do a tour of the guild hall, how it's been decorated Dragon Festival style, okay? And then I want to clear it, and because Super Adventure Box is back, I want to make it look like a crazy cool SAB themed hall. Because we've got so many furniture tokens, so I want to be a selfish asshole. If you guys are a part of the Spud Club, if you want to be a part of the Spud Club, ask me for an invite right now. I'll invite you. Just whisper me in game. And buy decorations. Buy SAB decorations so we can go mental with the hall and fill it up. Yeah, recreate SAB World 1 in the hall. That's what I'm talking about. When will you get proper pets? This Drake hurts my eyes as a ranger main. That's a good point. I should probably do that at some point. Hey, I could be running a pig, bro. All right, chill. Guys, we are playing EU right now. If you're trying to join on NA, it's not going to work. And can you please leave the party if that is what you're trying to do? All right. In the meantime, I'm going to explain some more funnies to you guys. Here we go. Check it out. All right. So, victory or death. Shadow form. Increased duration. This was an assassin elite skill. All right. Now, what this skill did at the time of this patch, okay, was it meant all spells failed on you and all physical attacks missed on you. So by increasing the duration to... And it had a cooldown of, like, maybe 60 seconds, I think. So basically what it meant was you could permanently upkeep this without even having to combo it with any other skills or anything. This may even have been from before the time where you could upkeep Shadow Form through other means. So, like, it would have been a completely alien concept to people. Alright, Restless. I'll catch you later, man. Good luck, Devin. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do. And so this would have been quite interesting. Elementalist, no changes. All right, this is some tongue-in-cheek humor. This will have been from about a time where either people are outcrying for Ellie nerfs or people are outcrying for Ellie buffs. One or the other. I don't know. I'm not that good. If anyone in chat can genuinely know the state of Elementalist in 2008, I would love to hear that, and I'd love to also know how comfortable you are with the franchise. But yeah, so you go. What we got next? Diversion. This is a Mesmer skill, which was a hex. It would last for 6 seconds. The actual implementation of the skill. 6 seconds on your target, could be extended through certain things. 6 seconds on your target, and when you use an ability while under the effect of that, when the enemy used an ability while under the effect of that hex you've cast on them, it would increase the skill cooldown by a massive amount. Really iconic Mesmer skill, fantastic Mesmer skill. This is the true essence of Guild Wars 1 Mesmer. This is what made Mesmer so fun, and the closest Guild Wars 2 gets to it is Power Block, which is probably my favorite Mesmer trait in all of Guild Wars 2, just because it keys into what I truly believe Mesmer is about. Anyway, so the joke is that they increase the duration of the hex to 120 seconds. So you cast this on an opponent, and then for 2 minutes, he can't do anything. The next thing he does, it increases his cooldown by not just like 40 seconds or whatever it was, but by 2 minutes. So you just black everyone out. Speaking of blackout, I guess. This is a touch skill. You have to run into melee, use it. It locks both you and the opponent out. But in the right team comp and with the right team play and the right communication, you could do that. You could use this to black out an enemy monk to allow your allies to spike down a target that can no longer have any assistance for a while. So you black yourself and the monk out, but the point is it's at a key time. And so then the counterplay to that is you watch the Mesmer running into touch range, and that's a key tell, and it's... Again, Mesmer GW1 is phenomenal, and some of the obvious plays you could witness in action in GW1 that were because of the design of skills like this are heights I still haven't seen Guild Wars 2 get to, in my opinion. Anyway, so they've removed the touch distinction. You can no longer counterplay it. It's no longer, you know, this obvious thing. And there's no downside to the person who does it, so you could just disable someone and keep doing your own stuff in the meantime. It would just be retardedly OP. Funnily enough, though, is a little PvE Mesmer. This is exactly the kind of change I would have loved to have seen for Blackout, because for PvE only, this would have been quite nice. Majestic said, can I buy Decor Merchant 3 as the next upgrade then? I could come up with the rest of the mats if no one else wants to donate. Actually, I did want to point something out. Guys, we need one more person for Fractals. Do you want to come in? Anybody? Anyone? Come on, just one more guy? Or we'll 3-man it. I mean, Christ. Yeah, we're on EU when we do 0 to hero, unfortunately. So, Peace and Harmony. This is a monk skill. Never really saw that much use, to be honest. I believe it put both energy and health regen on people. But increasing energy regeneration to 8, whatever the skill did, I don't know too well. Increasing energy regeneration to plus 10 is mental. Is absolutely bonkers insane. And, I don't know, the modern implementation of it is only on a 2-second cooldown with a 5 energy cost, which means you could maintain that on quite a few people. That's insane. I would join if it's NA, people are saying. Wow, what happened to our EU audience? Poor EU. Protective Spirit changed to 25 seconds. Target ally cannot lose more than 50% health from a single attack as well. This would be a nerf, right? This would be a huge nerf to the skill. Its actual implementation is 10%. So I wonder why they'd nerf this. I guess the April Fool's joke here, the funny here, is it would kill a lot of farm builds, and it would just be an awful change for the game. Because that's the joke. These are all awful changes. Animate Bone Fiend. Increase recharge to 30 seconds and casting time to 5. The Bone Fiends are notorious. Have always been notorious for being basically bad minions. They were like the bad minions of Guild Wars 1. Now, to be fair, they did have some utility. They, in many ways, because of the way the AI worked and because they could attack from range, they did kind of do more damage. But minions were only so strong in PvE because of their function, their utility as meat shields that you could then death nova. So yeah, this is just an awful change. Here we go. All right, just cut. We've now got a party of 5. It's just 2 people haven't joined yet, so we're just waiting for them to come on in. Oh, an Urson change. Spiteful Spirit. This is kind of like Guild Wars. Imagine if Guild Wars 2 had a spell. It probably does it have a spell? Yeah. Imagine Guild Wars 2 has like a spell you can cast from range that high confusion on everyone. Classic confusion that would only proc on abilities. That's kind of what this is. Damage when you attack, damage when you take an action. And it was OP as all bulls, and they've just made it more OP. They no longer flee an area of effect. Funnily enough, this is a classic Guild Wars 2 mechanic here. Enemies don't know how to flee from AoEs. Alright, Urson Blessing was OP. Stupidly OP at the time. Got nerfed eventually. They've just made it even stronger. They've enabled it for PvP. That's ridiculous. Because not only is this OP, but it also scales with PvE grind. So again, that would be going back on so many things. Wanderlust was like the craziest lockdown spirit. It would just chain CC people over and over and over again. And it was one of those spirits you would absolutely hate if you got caught with your pants down. So the idea of it causing exhaustion if you get hit by it is also insane. And these two as well. If they put exhaustion out, that would just be mental. Because the exhaustion is like... I won't bother explaining the entire mechanic. Anyway, let's go again. Let's start some fractals. There you go. Everybody's in. Good. Yeah, and it would be like if confusion would damage in an AoE. Yeah, you're absolutely right there. Pokey 3. Have your hours on Guild Wars 2 overtaken your hours on Guild Wars 1? Yes, they have, and I did my account tour around about exactly when that happened. So, yeah. You wouldn't humiliate yourself on stream. No. But yeah, Majestive, I will... after this fractal, I'll quickly go and help do that thing. Yeah, what I was going to say is... Oh, I can't because we're on the wrong account now. On my other account, we do have a 200 gold donation. That I kind of wanted to show off on the stream because... I mean, Jesus, people deserve recognition for this stuff. My dog's freaking out on the bed here. But yeah, so we do have the funds. I will. I definitely have some funds. People aren't really donating right at the moment. You're right, but some people are. Some people are like carrying the guild on their shoulders, and I can get decorations 3. Decorations 3 is gonna be really cool. All right. You guys are gonna hate me. Be right back. 1 second. All right, I'm back. This fractal's confusing. Yeah, this is a fairly confusing fractal, I'd say. Yeah, I would agree. I'd definitely be inclined to agree with that. We don't want the volume too loud. Let's turn it down. Oh, another thing you can do in most areas of the game to improve your frames is just turn off reflections. You can get a lot more frames with reflections off. And SAB as well is like it's great to turn them off. Oh, people are properly playing this. They've all run away, and here I am DPSing. Right. Okay. Rangers going AFK in Fractals, typical, yeah. Oh, it sucks that I can't blink up. Damn it. I kind of want to run search and rescue as well. I love the patch they've done to that. Sometimes the balance team, they just nail it, and it's just like, yes, you did really well. Well done. You super got it right. I mean, a lot of the time, I do feel like more often than not, I'm disappointed. But sometimes when they get it, it's like, yes, Ranger shouts, man. They're finally becoming a thing. Right, I don't even know what people have done just yet. Yeah, okay, so Game Paladin said exhaustion, a block on the next amount of mana you had for a short period of time. So here's how I describe it. You see my dodge meter here? It sucks because if I was a full-on druid right now, I could proper show you. Well, maybe. So imagine if this is a mana meter, okay? So it costs me a certain amount of mana to cast We Healers 1, alright? So I cast We Healers 1 and say it costs me 50% of my mana, or a huge amount. Then your mana starts regenerating like this, yeah? Right? Very classic RPG mechanic. So if you cast too many skills too quickly, you run out of mana and you can't do anything, right? And you have to wait for the regeneration. Well, so exhaustion is an energy mechanic, which means every time you cast a skill, yes, that skill costs mana itself, so it reduces your mana bar. But the exhaustion reduces your maximum amount of mana, as well as it costing mana. So I cast We Healers 1, I lose 50% of my mana, but then also I lose a whole chunk of the end of this bar. And now, when my mana regen hits this point where my cursor is, it doesn't go up anymore. And so then if I use another exhaustion skill, I get even more exhausted. And if I use it again, I get even more exhausted. Until my max amount of mana is just this tiny little sliver down here. And I'm regenerating really slowly while my exhaustion slowly turns off. And it was a mechanic that meant elementalists, specifically in Guild Wars 1, could have these huge nuke abilities. That cost massive amounts of cast time, massive amounts of energy, and exhaustion. Meteor Shower, for example, was the big one. But exhaustion kind of enabled the Ellies not to get too out of control by mitigating, you know, their cooldowns and stuff like that. So you could choose to cast a shit ton of Meteor Showers in a row, for example. I didn't need to come in here. Well, hopefully people have got this. Yeah, and it was technically called energy in Guild Wars 1. But I'm not using that term because people in Guild Wars 2 know energy as revenants. And I didn't want to confuse it. Even though it's a pretty safe analogy. I like it. You guys are doing very well at this. I've contributed nothing, and I think you've just done the labyrinth without me. Which is awesome. Do I need to help? Let's get the overheating going. No! I suck at this fractal.
I think you're ready for the extraction. Head to the control panel and give it a try.
Alright, we're good. Okay, now we can blink out, right? There's a thing we can use to blink out, right? Isn't there nearly always a thing we can use to blink out? Oh, I'm gonna die. No. Oh, well, mind you, all of the cannons got turned off. I'm a moron. Alright, we're good. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get out of this radiated hellhole.
I don't know how to say this, but the energies in that facility are...
WP, are you excited at all for the next Hearthstone expansion pack? That's a really interesting thing to ask me. Like, I don't think too many people know that I quite like Hearthstone. Oh my god, we're already up at the anomaly. Guys, Jesus Christ. I'm fairly excited. I'm not so excited about the expansion itself as I am about the idea of a wild versus a standard format. It's like I say before, I think Hearthstone is a really interesting game to follow, given what I know about GW1. You know, GW1, if it had kept getting supported, if Utopia had been the thing, if it had never been Guild Wars 2, if it had stayed this bizarre, unique, interesting game inspired by Magic the Gathering, we would have seen so many similarities between that and Hearthstone. It would have been really interesting. Need to get in. No. Traps, are you going to hit? Yes, they are. Nice. I contributed, guys. I got so carried there. That was amazing. Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. Because they would have done that with the Guild Wars 1 skills as well. They would have said, alright, look, the prophecy skills, the faction skills, they're moving out of rotation. We're just having, for PvP this is, and I guess most of PvE, we're just having, you know, we're having the Utopia and the Nightfall skills in rotation. And then the next expansion, it would have just been Utopia and the next thing. And then the next expansion, that would have been one way that the devs could have progressed. In fact, I think that would be one of the most interesting questions you could ask a Guild Wars 1 dev. You know, like, when it comes to the idea of wooden potatoes interviewing devs, if it was ever a Guild Wars 1 dev, it would be weird stuff like that. I'm like, did you ever consider that idea? Do you think we ever would have seen a Guild Wars 1 in that world? Because I think that's what they would have had to have resorted to. You know, and because for those that don't know, one of the main motivations for Guild Wars 2 existing in the first place is the fact that why isn't this guy readying up? Is the fact that it became so unwieldy to balance all the skill combinations. They never kept certain mechanics sacred. They, you know, like, there were ways to manipulate everything. So if you wanted to nerf something down, you had to take it to massively extreme lengths, like we saw with Smiter's Boon, the classic example. Yeah, guys, if you want in the club, in the Spud Club, if you want to help us make a really awesome Super Adventure Box guild hall, feel free to whisper me. I've just noticed a couple of people did earlier, and I never quite caught your messages, so there you go. There you go.
Threat level minimal.
Alright, and let's, okay, wait. Oh, it tells you what the next one is. We've got Snowblind next. First, I just want to see, our Fractal dailies are what? Fractal Adepts. We need to do 3 1-20s. Alright, that's fine then. I'll just do a 16 then. We'll keep climbing. Remember, Shadow Form before nerfs. Shadow Form's still pretty ridiculous. But yeah, like, there's so many interesting things. It's like, so for those who don't know, in Hearthstone, here's a good example of the comparisons that I like to make between the two games. In Hearthstone, there is a card coming out in the new set, which is a 1-drop card, which has Taunt, and when it dies, it does 1 damage to everything around it. I think that's what they're releasing. Anyway, there's currently a card already in the game that is very similar to that, but is rotating out because of the standard format. And Guild Wars 1 had very similar stuff to that. Guild Wars 1 actually had complete, absolute copies of skills between prophecies and factions. There was like 10 Eyes Heat and what was it called? Searing Ground, was that it? God, Guild Wars 2 really messes me up now. Anyway, there were like these 2 LE skills that were the exact same thing. It's just, you know, one came in one set, one came in the other. You know, where they're both one of them is a card game based on MTG, and the other one is, you know, an interesting idea built on MTG. WP, am I going to try Path of Exile? I played Path of Exile and I enjoyed it. Back when I watched Frozen about 20 million times, because I was in some freakish, crazy place, that was when I was playing PoE. I literally cannot walk around the jungle areas in, like, what is it, the 3rd chapter in PoE? Or whatever they call them, I can't remember anymore. Without thinking of Arendelle and friggin' Frozen. Because I just watched that movie on repeat over and over and over again while grinding in PoE. PoE was fun, but I felt so restricted on my builds and stuff that I never really got into it. And I very shortly after my 2nd time through the game, I got bored and quit. So I completed the campaign once. I think 2 expansions have released since then. Or a new one's due out, isn't it? A Path of Exile expansion. Cool game though, I liked it a lot. And one of the main things you see in the Guild Wars 1 subreddit is people saying, look, Guild Wars 2, it's a good game within its own rights, and whatever you want to say about it, it's fine. But let's be honest, it's nothing like Guild Wars 1. It is not the Guild Wars 1 sequel a lot of us were looking for. It is completely different. What is the closest thing to Guild Wars 1? And people are looking for that spiritual successor. People are looking for that similar gameplay. And I thoroughly agree. I agree with everyone who says Path of Exile is about as close as you're going to get. And it's not very close, but it's as close as you'll get. I agree with those people, those sentiments. Well, this is just pathetically easy. So yeah, if you guys love GW1, if you guys also like Torchlight, if you like Baldur's Gate, not the big ass RPGs from a long time ago, but like the Dark Alliance games. If you like obviously Diablo, games like that. It's like a cross between them, a beautiful little mix. Fingerlight said, "Are you still thinking about the world building series?" I actually was, yeah, because listen, when I'm moving, if I'm moving out, you know, by the end of this month or the end of next month or whatever, as is the plan. You know, I owe it to the guys on Patreon for that. So I'm going to be doing a lot more vlogs and stuff, and you should be seeing a lot more stuff in the drive. because I want to share that whole experience with the people who are helping me do it, right? And so I was assessing the kind of stuff I want to put on the drive and when I can take time to do that kind of stuff the other day. And it got me thinking about the world building video as well. I still very much want to continue the series. It's just finding the time. Now that X2's done, yes, I have more time. But I don't want to fill up the plate immediately, if you get what I mean. I'm assessing things. There's a lot of things I'm thinking about. Yeah, Torchlight 2 was an okay game, but I've tried to play it 3 different times, and all 3 of those different times I've never quite made it the whole way through. Sad to say it, it's true. Just, there's something about that... There's something about those kind of loot grinders I just don't enjoy. I do enjoy grind, certain kinds of grind, but I don't know why some forms appeal to me while others don't. And I gotta say, the Torchlight style I don't really like. Or I just haven't got that into. It just seems so mind-numbing to me. Same as Borderlands, right? Borderlands 1, never managed to complete it. Borderlands 2, never managed to complete it. None of these kind of loot-based titles I can really get into. I'm not sure what it is, but they don't sit somewhere with me. I get really bored. They need a lot of other qualities to them. Honestly, the one game I really loved, the merchant systems and the crafting systems and the loops, were the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance games. I think those were so good. So good! And they were hard games, that's the thing. They were really challenging games. So you really felt it when you bought that new, like, fine sword or whatever with the dual slots for the perks that you wanted and stuff. You really felt it buff your character up. And so it felt really good getting them. And the game wasn't scared to throw areas at you that were just almost impossibly difficult to deal with. And the class balance was fun on them as well. Hell yeah, we just condied him to death. I have a good 300 to 400 hours on Torchlight 2, but I never played D3 or PoE for more than 50 hours. I don't know why. I mean, I think PoE really appealed to me more because, I mean, it was pretty much entirely because of their gem system, right? And basically the new version of FF7's materia. I loved that stuff, man. That was so cool. The permanence to your build on that giant perk tree that was a bit like the sphere grid. My opinion on BDO is that it's a very different game to Guild Wars 2. It's almost pointless comparing the two of them. But everything I've heard about it, I actually like the sound of, except the cash shop pay-to-win nonsense and the general clunky and jerkiness that I see in most videos of it. I also have a very low opinion of release MMOs. No matter who makes it, no matter when it came out, in general, I think release it. Look, honestly, think about it right now, guys. Any MMO you like. Guild Wars 2? Guild Wars 1? WoW? Did you come from WoW? WildStar? ESO? Maybe you're super old school, alright? Maybe the original EverQuest? Whatever. Pick an MMO that you know something about. How much did that MMO change over the first 2 years of its life? A fucking ridiculous amount, didn't it? A huge amount. And largely speaking, I would say probably for the better, didn't it? So there's just something about that basic fact that makes me think, wouldn't I have a much more mind-blowing, much more exciting, much more fun experience if I wait a year before playing BDO? Right? I don't have much respect for them on release.
Nothing can bring me down.
Oh, Arcade. Well, Arcade hasn't had the time yet, right? The cash shop problem's mainly in the Russian and Korean versions of the game. Well, last I heard was on, when I did the rant video about the legendary weapons, a lot of people were like, wooden potatoes, yeah, we got your back if you want to quit Guild Wars 2, bro. Check out BDO, was one of the little, like, discussion threads that was born from that. And on it, people, obviously a lot of other people were interested too. It's not just me that's been a bit upset and worried about the future direction of this game. And so people are talking about BDO together and whether they should go to it. And someone said, yeah, it seems cool, but Guild Wars 2 just does so many fundamental things right that no other MMO can get. And the last I heard, someone was saying that their cash shop gives, there are a thing you can buy on the cash shop for a lot of money, perks that stack on top of other like damage boosts and stuff that stack on top of other ones in the game. Basically, you can hit a higher threshold of power in BDO only than anyone else, only through spending ridiculous amounts of reward money. What's so special about BDO that there's so much hype? It's just a new MMO, bro. There's probably nothing that crazy special about it. For me, it appeals to some of my sensibilities because I like the idea of a big, immersive, expansive world where you're not teleporting everywhere, where you're not playing the systems of the game. You feel like an actual adventure out there. You've got a new fantasy world to take in. I've been sort of hankering for that in an MMO setting for a long time. And that's why it appeals to me personally. But I doubt it's anything crazy special. There's basically just a big conga line of it. People love to, you know, jerk off one MMO, and then they'll jerk off the next MMO, and then they'll jerk off the next MMO, and then they'll jerk off the next MMO, and it just goes along indefinitely. And, you know, they'll play it for a couple of months, and then that's it. I think you hear a lot about BDO. BDO is very, very different in pretty much every design level. It seems like it's very different to Guild Wars 2. However, the one thing that is similar to Guild Wars 2 that makes it come up in our community a lot is their buy-to-play model. I think that's about as far as the similarities go, but because there is that fundamental similarity between them, a lot of people like to talk about it with regard to Guild Wars 2. Especially when it comes to me, people know I fundamentally don't like the idea of paying a subscription fee for a game. And BDO that doesn't fail instantly in my eyes for that criteria, so a lot of people ask me about it. So people are saying there's no damage buffs from the cash shop. There are XP ones, and a certain costume named the ghillie suit, which hides your nameplate so people can't see you. Oh, I have heard about that. Yeah. And because the PvP is kind of integrated into the world, that's kind of a thing, right? But then here's the thing. And then he says, but having XP buffs means you get to a higher level than anyone else, which in turn means you have a big advantage over the other players. Well, Guild Wars 2 gives the XP buffs as well, but I don't think you can just say, oh, so it's clearly alright. Because the way they handle the leveling, you know, how important leveling is, how much power you get from leveling, how long it takes to level with versus without the booster, all that kind of stuff. That all has a big impact on how okay it is in the gem store. Or, sorry, gem store, on whatever it is they call it. It's hard to just come out with flat responses to people like that, like, oh! You should never be able to buy XP potions. There's always a threshold of how okay it is.
I'll be all right.
Let's do this.
Soon.
So here, if people don't know what's going on, I always like to explain the odd thing here. You grab a bomb. The bomb blows up very quickly. I only have 10 seconds to make it. You grab some stealth for yourself. The mining suits will de-stealth you. You got to get to this and press F on it before the bomb blows up. Oh, just in time. And then you go back. If you get seen on the way, then they'll detonate. This, for what it's worth, is far more involved and interesting than the original mechanics, which were god-awful. Combat is gained through loyalty, and you can only get 0-0 a day, so it's a massive cap. BDO? Sorry, BDO means Black Desert Online. For people who don't know what that means, I guess a fair few people watching the VOD won't know either, who can't see chat. It means Black Desert Online. It's a new MMO that just came out. So everything I've said is in reference to a different MMO. I shouldn't have done this. I might not make it with this bomb. I just did that weird, stupid walk thing there. Really silly. Hopefully we'll be okay. Three, two, one. We made it. Alright, 2 more bombs. Well, see, here's the thing. The story might not be great in BDO, but if the setting's okay, I think it will be enough to fill my my desire to explore another fantasy world.
Nothing can bring
See,
me down.
here's something I kind of want to explain. It's kind of a psychological thing about my enjoyment, and I think a lot of people's enjoyment of a game like Guild Wars 2. At first, you might really enjoy the story of Guild Wars 2 because the setting, there's so much to learn about the setting and the actual lore, right? Not plot, the lore. So, you know, that titillates you, that excites you. There's this new stuff to learn all the time, and so you think you're going to get really into the story of the game. But then when you get used to the setting and that kind of information's old hat to you, all you've got left to look forward to is the current plots and storylines and stuff. And ArenaNet really haven't been delivering very well on that front. Well, the quality was high on Heart of Thorns. I still maintain that. Just the quantity has been. So, if I were to go to BDO, I don't really care if it's got stupid characters that are... You know, the quality of the BDO story could be just as bad as Guild Wars 1's. But as long as there's a lot of new setting for me to take in, I don't really care. Especially if a lot of the gameplay is emergent that arrives between players, because the game takes advantage of the fact it's an MMO a lot better than Guild Wars 2 ever will. And what do I mean by that? Well, I think Guild Wars 2 did so many things to be casual friendly. So many things to allow people to feel rewarded for the time every time they get in the game. So many things to make everything accessible. Guild Wars 2 did so much of that. There's very little reason to properly interact or organize with other players around you through regular gameplay or communicate or anything, right? The most you get from other players in Guild Wars 2 is a TY if they stop to res you up. But a game like BDO, where there's kind of emergent PvP and territories to fight over, and people aren't teleporting everywhere every second, and you feel a bit of presence and permanence in the world because you're physically traveling to different locations. Because of all those reasons, the conversations and interactions you have with other players, I think, are going to be a lot more meaningful in BDO, and then that makes up for the fact that the MMO doesn't have a great story. Guild Wars 2 doesn't get to rest on that. Because Guild Wars 2 doesn't have that. Underlay says, in my opinion, BDO is one of those drop $15 to $25 when on sale to experience the combat up to level 45 to 50 from the 4 to 5 different classes and then instantly drop it. Nothing else is worth it. That seems pretty reasonable. Underlay, I hate you in so many ways, dude. Half the time you're being a reasonable, good guy with, you know, like, well-reasoned opinions. And the other half of the time you're the most toxic person I consistently come across. I hate you for that. I'd rather you were just black and white. Oh yeah, this guy is an arsehole I can ignore, but I can't. You suck. Oh man, yeah, I wish Guild Wars 2 would remove many of the waypoints in the game and make it so you had a hub to travel to and get from places. Yeah, but you can't say that. You can't ask that at Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 isn't that game. It's foolish to ask for that. Yeah, I would love that experience too, bro. I would love it. That's why I like the idea of BDO. But Guild Wars 2 is long past the point where they can feasibly do something like that. Long past it. You just kind of got to accept that at some point. You got to accept the game that ArenaNet are making.
Death cannot hold you.
On that point, the best part of Guild Wars 1 was browsing wiki pages for lore. Oh god, I don't know whether I agree with that. I actually do think they got storytelling quite well. You shouldn't be proud of it, Underlay. You should seek to change. Become a decent member of society. Oh god. Now who's the toxic one? Can somebody tell me the fractal level? My internet's too bad for me to see. We're on 17 at the moment. Nothing crazy. Easy stuff. We've just started. Should I just sword auto? Because obviously the condis don't do more damage. Dude, I don't know about this. Burn him down as fast as possible. How long has he got superheated left? 3 seconds. We need to move him. Oh, we got the CC. That's good. That's good. That's good. We might actually be okay here. Yes, he's not superheated and our damage is going to become disgusting, but he's not going to try and heal for a while. If we time our next break bar well enough, we'll be okay. They really don't have to go over. They're kiting away, but they don't have to. They could just kill the boss. Well, the only reason that was good to stay was because it was perfect timing with the heal. Anyone still know if I can trade Guild Wars 2 gold for Ectos in Guild Wars 1? I know a lot of people do that. Obviously, it's frowned on. Obviously, you could get scammed if you do it. You want to be careful of that, and buyer beware. But if you've got a friend that you trust... I've never done it because I do it for my own giveaways. But I've had a lot of people ask me, hey, look, I know you've got hundreds of Ectos in Guild Wars 1. Can I buy them off of you? The going rate just depends on what people want. All right, so we need, what, one more to be done? No, we're okay. So now we want to do scale 13. Thank you so much for coming, Condros. One of the people just dropped out of our Fractal team, so if somebody wants to join in. There's a space. We're going to do 13 for the daily now. So if you come on this next run, guys, you are guaranteed a daily. I hope this is worthwhile. I hope 0 to hero that we're actually getting some good speed here. We're going to have to seriously sit down at some point, guys, and figure out what we're doing. Alright, scale 13. Let's do it. I trust you, WP. Yeah, I don't actually sell my ectos though for Guild Wars 2 Gold. I don't need the Guild Wars 2 Gold very much. And every time I log into Guild Wars 1, I always send someone a message. If somebody whispers me and they're like, "Hey WP, how's it going?" blah blah blah, and they're not just doing it blatantly to get ectos. I'm always like, "Hey, do you want some?" Or I tweet it out and say, "Hey, come find me in Guild Wars 1 for stuff." Because to me, what's important is the people who are still genuinely playing that game and still have it installed and stuff. I feel a lot of kinship to those people. I'm like, yeah, you're a fucking badass. You really are a badass. You're actually still playing Guild Wars 1. You've appreciated the content you're out in Guild Wars 2 and you've done something about it. And you've given an old game a shot. I think that's really cool. Yeah, Cliffside's pretty lame, but hey. Oh, wait, hold on, what? Oh, the researchers for the hammer, right. It said ankle seals there, and I was like, hold on, are we sub-fractal 10? And this is like that content I never see anymore. And I've forgotten that, you know, there's a seal break thing at the bottom, and there was. I'm one of those people who likes to have around 100 gold in Guild Wars 2 just to feel rich. What? Why? I don't understand that. Yeah, I'm going to start playing GW2 again. Is DD Ellie still viable in tourneys structured? You do still see some DD. It's not some ridiculously OP thing anymore, but yes, you do still see DD. You see a lot of focus offhand these days as well. You see very little staff, in my opinion, and you see even less scepter. Actually, I will be honest, I was a little bit embarrassed by it. That Mesmer build I've been running, that's a great 1v1er. It's a really solid 1v1er. Decent mobility, especially with the portal considered, and if you're properly blinking with the 2 on the staff to move around. Lots of ways. It's a great build. It's a really good all-roundy build, alright? And you rarely lose 1v1s. I pushed far in a game like this. Was about a week ago, I guess. I pushed far, and it was a Scepter Burst Ellie. And I was like, oh, what a moron. This guy's on like a terrible build, and I'm absolutely going to trash all over him. I have way too much quality of life to die. And he won the 1v1. He won the 1v1. And it was a thousand. All right, let me just be clear. It was 1000% because I played badly, not because it's a good build. But a part of me was a little happy. I was like, yeah, good on you. I was so dismissive of him as well as he came in. I was so overconfident. My hubris was my downfall. They ruined the staff Ellie fireball animation, so I refused to play it. Honestly, I hope that's a joke, and I hope that's an exaggeration. Because I think that is one of the most foolish, stupid little things I've ever heard, if it's true. It's an auto-attack animation, right? And it's not like your boycotting is actually going to accomplish anything.
Fury is mine.
But hey, to each their own. You're playing an SD Burst Ellie on a non-hot account you're slowly getting to Legend on. What? No way. Oh, no, what? Oh, I shouldn't have been looking at chat. Really? It's not even Tempest. Well, mind you, I haven't played it since Hearthstone, so I don't even know how well Tempest would integrate into the rotations. It sounds sort of clunky to me. But that air overload, man, that is nice. Guild Wars 1's still worth it if you like the lore. Well, I don't know. If we do these Nightfall streams, it should be pretty interesting. I'm really curious what kind of viewership we'll get. Here's the other thing I'm thinking. If I'm genuinely saying, look, we're going to do a Nightfall project. I mean, I'm going to have to stop streaming under Guild Wars 2, aren't I? Let's be honest. People are going to get a bit pissed off with that. So we really are just going to go into a band of Twitch that no one's there. Can someone in chat right now check it out for me? Where is Guild Wars 1 in Twitch chat, in Twitch rankings at the moment? Where is it? I'd love to see. I got YouTube videos to prove I'm top tier, but now I'm shit. It's been years. Wait, in what? GW1? I mained Ellie in Guild Wars 1 and moving to Guild Wars 2 it didn't feel the same, so I went to Ranger. I think Ellie, that's interesting to me because I do think Ellie is one of the better classes to have transitioned and stayed pure to what it was between both games. I do think that it's still pretty similar. I think Warrior did obviously transitioned very well. What else transitioned quite well? I think Thief to Assassin was a very decent transition as well. They have the exact same style, squishy, quick move in, quick move out, bursty elements to them. Obviously, heavy inspiration. I think that's actually maybe the best one, the best transition, even though it's got a different name. I think Mesmer probably transitioned the worst. GW2 Mesmer is nothing like GW1 Mesmer. Nothing at all. Necro is... Oh, I don't know. See, Necro was great. Guild Wars 1 Necro, yes, it kind of had the attrition thing going on. But, I don't know. They're completely different. Well, it's hard. No, I would say that they're pretty similar. It depends on the build. It's very dependent on the build. Definitely if you're looking very narrowly at MM. While Guild Wars 2's MM, concept of an MM, might be very neutered and very unfun, in my opinion, compared to its old self, it is still very similar, right? It's still, you know, a very similar idea. GW1 Mesmer was so amazing, says Electric Spice. Hell yeah. You're damn right it was. Monk to Guardian. I don't feel like the playstyle there is very similar. Guardian's actually kind of interesting because I do think it's a playstyle that you didn't get to experience too much of in GW1 at all. WP, do you think they'll make another profession in Guild Wars 2 or do you think they're finished? I think they're finished. I can't see a world where we get more professions. Really? I mean, what are you suggesting? That they do a 10th profession next expansion? Why? Why do you even want one? Answer me that. Why do you want a 10th profession? Give me a thematic niche or a mechanical niche that an elite specialization on an existing profession can never fulfill. Go. Do it. Okay, so what I mean by that is pirate. That would be a thematic niche. And I'd immediately turn around and say to you that I could see a thief pirate. Well, look, I did a whole damn competition on that. I could see a lot of different pirates that fit into existing archetypes. All right, give me any thematic niche. A dancing class, a bard, Mesmer, easy. Or a mechanical niche. I just don't see any justification for it. Any at all. I don't see any... When you really get down to brass tacks, I don't see why the audience wants it. And for the exponential difficulty in then releasing elite specializations for every class that the devs would then have to go through for future expansions, I don't see it worth the effort. A breakdancing profession. Who would be the best breakdancer? Thief. Come on, acrobatics. The breakdancing elite specialization line. I don't know what tactic we're doing here. I'm just going to leave it. Does he want to charge? Why is there only one mob here? Oh, I don't know how they've changed it. A speedo class. Dervish, Revenant, easy. A very god-heavy themed Revenant. Bard, Songstress, Mesmer. Monk, Guardian. Sebastian says, a profession that is balanced. Wow. Yeah, they're going to add a new profession because then they only have a couple of specializations to do with it. And they can make sure it's balanced out the gate. Revenant, Ritualist. Ritualist, Revenant. You really telling me you can't see a Dervish elite specialization fitting onto the Revenant as a core class? The Revenant, a class about channeling past heroes and powerful entities. has no thematic tie to a dervish, which is all about channeling powerful entities. Come on, man. It works. Just because it also encompasses some ritualist ideas, it doesn't mean that it can't also encompass dervish ones. We've already seen they're pulling just crap from every which way in the guild as well. Paragon, Guardian, or Warrior. Actually, I think, oh, that's hard to say. It's very hard to say. Paragon is, Paragon's very cool, and I don't know who I'd prefer to see it on. I think I'd prefer to see it on a Warrior, because when I think Paragon, I think war, I think battle, I think aggression, I think raw adrenaline. And yeah, I see a little bit of magic, and I see the chanting, and I see the singing. But I certainly don't think fucking over-the-blown blue fire, which I associate heavily with many of the core Guardian Elite specialization lines. Not Elite ones, just regular ones. So I think Paragon actually fits better on Warrior. And hell yes, a spear for above land. Like, if I had the choice, I do think I would put Paragon as a Warrior thing rather than a Guardian thing. I think it would be a slightly magically inclined elite specialization for Warrior, which is otherwise purely martial. A Revenant Paragon, because then Legend would use shouts. Yeah, that's a good point as well. Well, see, here's the thing. I don't think the Paragon elite specialization would... I think it fits... I think Paragon fits well to Warrior and Guardian because they already have shouts. Because then what you can do is you can have the Paragon elite specialization not add shouts as the utility skills. They add areas, or they add chants, or they add anthems, or whatever, right? They add those other... Because Generation 2 elite specializations could, in theory, do what they did for Scrapper, right? In Gen 1. Scrapper was an elite specialization in Gen 1 that didn't borrow from anything else. It created an entirely new skill archetype. I'm right about that, aren't I? The gyros, right? Gyros obviously don't appear on anything else.
Not enough energy.
So a Gen 2 elite specs can break the rules. In fact, I think they have to in order to be creative. And again, breaking the rules like that, adding entirely new weapons, entirely new skill types, stuff like that, entirely new complementary rune sets, that I think all takes time, which again is why I believe those 70 people on X-Pac 2 need to stay on X-Pac 2. You do not wantonly take away from that number. WPMI enjoying SAB? Yeah, I was. I forgot all the beautiful little details in there. I rolled a new character so I could go through the progression again instead of just being there on lists. I played every single zone last night and did both sets of dailies except Zone 3, World 3. I really don't like... the levels are too long. My favourite level of all of them is Zone 1, World 2. But then the other two worlds in Zone 2 are my least favourite of them all. The Ninja level's too long. I wish it was 2 different levels. And the Ice level is too long. I wish it was two different levels. It's maybe a pretty arbitrary thing to say when I just play it all in one sitting anyway, but I don't know. There's something comforting about the idea that if it was 2. Hey WP, this is great. The weekend's begun for me and enjoying a cold beer watching WP. And hey man, that sounds great. Today was like nice and hot and I could actually feel the warmth of the sun. It was clear. Yeah, I'm having a pretty good day too. Thinking of maybe ordering a pizza tonight. Oof. Guys, come on, you gotta have those good Friday nights. You gotta have it. Ice level's horrible when I played it. Yeah, I mean, it's just so long, right? That's the one world I haven't done in Tribulation mode either. So my opinions saying that are not, like, marred by some weird, horrendous Tribulation mode experience. How do you throw mini bombs straight in SAB? Mine always go down to the floor. Actually, yeah, I was experiencing that too, but I wasn't sure if it was because I'm using combat mode now. Which, by the way, I do think enhances the SAB experience. Somebody whispered me that yesterday. They actually said, hey, WP, did you notice how much better it is? I like this. People are so competent in low-scale fractals. Pizza. Well, I can't complain. I'm having Mexican food tonight. Why not both? Can you solo SAB or do you need a party? play AMB, my friend, you absolutely can solo SAB. Dude, the barriers to entry to SAB are nothing, alright? I cannot stress this enough. Anyone in the world can create a free-to-play account. You don't need to level. You don't need anything. Oh, wait, I think you need to get to level 10 so you can enter the city to get in. And that's it. SAB. And you can play the entire game. Do you know how easily accessible it is? It's a crying shame, all right? As much as I know the atmosphere at the moment, the best cool thing to do is to shit all over ArenaNet. But honestly, it's a crying shame that people in general gaming media aren't aware of how easily you can just get in and do SAB at the moment. Obviously, it's temporary content, so it's nothing to cry too crazy about, but there's no barriers to it. It's just, you know, get in there and you can play some great content straight away. There we go. There's scale 13. I think we'll do one more Fractal, guys, and then we will end the stream. And I will see you tomorrow, perhaps for Nightfall. 46 plus ones. I should probably just hang on to those for now, right? For when they change. Oh, Tyrannus RB! 6 months in a row. Welcome, dude. I tell you, we really don't. The overlays do not go off much anymore. So thank you very much. Welcome back to the Sport Club. Shitting on ArenaNet is my part-time job. Wow. Yeah, I've heard some people pay a lot of money for that. Would I be able to create a free account just to structured PvP? Yes, you can do that as well. On a free-to-play account, you do have to hot join for a little while and unranked for a little while, just to kind of prove you're not a troll or whatever. And when you rank up a few times, then you can get into, you know, the actual season and so on. It's nothing crazy, and there's a few limits on like chat and stuff. But your actual competence in the matches, we have seen several people hit Legendary without any elite specializations or Heartthorn. It's absolutely possible. You also get, honestly, the free-to-play system's very, very good in this game. I don't know. I sound like a shill. I'm not allowed to be a shill, right? I can't be a fanboy. Just 3 days ago, you were hating the game. What is wrong with you? What buffs do you think Condi Ellie should get to make it on par with at least Condi NG? Oh, that's a great question. That's a fantastic question. Oh man. If you'd asked me this like 2 months ago, around when I did the incineration build, I would have had a lot of answers for you. I think Glyph of Elemental Power could use with getting 1 or 2 more stacks of burning on it. I think that the Elementalists, okay, either they need to seriously increase the amount of stacks of bleeds Elementalist has available to them in Earth, or we need Condis to be rebalanced to stop having such a heavy weighting on fire, okay? But either one of those two things needs to happen, which to allow the Incineration Elementalist or the Condi Elementalist to actually put out some Condi pressure and be competent in more than just fire attunement. I think one of the main things holding it back is you really get very little quality of life on that build. It's a very specific little hitbox on a very immobile mob. You need to be able to roll out reasonable damage, and even then you're getting out DPS by other people. So, you know, like, you really get no quality of life. You have to camp fire hard fucking cool. So I think that needs to change. One of the changes is so that you can comfortably then go to Earth is what I'm trying to say. At the very least, and still have something going on. The other change I would love to see made is I'd love to see the condition damage on Fiery Greatsword inherent to the weapon get doubled. Now, the reason I say that is because right now, there's basically the most... If you're going to buff a build, I believe you should look at what could be really fun about the build and what the most interesting plays are to the build and encourage those rather than, you know, just generally give it shit tons of quality of life elsewhere. And I say that in full understanding of the first buff I just suggested. But I think one of the most fun, interesting things about Condi Ellie is overloading as a Tempest while you have your Glyph of Storms down, or as you place your Glyph of Storms down, while you have perhaps a couple of other fire fields with a Fiery Greatsword in your hand, so that you can pound all of that stuff And that's a really fun idea. It's like, yeah, I've got all these rolling AoEs out, and now I'm going to spawn my FGS, and I'm going to buff the power up. That's a fun idea, all right? I defy anybody to tell me that that's not one of the most fun things about the build. But here's the problem. Obviously, FGS has a huge cooldown on it, but also the actual amount of extra condi damage you get from holding the sword makes it more of just like a fun little gimmick rather than a key rotation. I would like to see that be a key rotation. So I would like to see FGSs. And also this encourages people to use a bit more FGS instead of rebound. That's one thing I'd do. So Glyph of Elemental Power, more comfort with your bleeds. Those would both be like shoring up its strengths. I would increase the width of the... Oh my god, why did I click ready without pressing F on the chest? I'd increase the width of the focus fire field as well. And yeah, I think in an environment with Alacrity, an Incineration Elementalist has got so many cooldowns to pick and choose from at all times. It's in a really fun place. But yeah, it needs a little bit more quality of life, and I would encourage the whole FGS synergy thing. That's what I do. As far as I remember, there's probably way better suggestions. Definitely with the way traits are structured, there's shitloads of better things. For example, I would not have Evasive Arcana be the best trait for it. No way. I'd get rid of that. Though the gameplay's kind of fun. You know, like timing your dodges. Pro tip as well, Alacrity reduces the internal cooldown on your Evasive Arcana burning application. So understanding when you can dodge roll again to give more burns is a very interesting game. It's not just, oh, every 7 seconds do it. It's how you're watching your Alacrity uptime at the same time to try and assess it. It's good. You know, there's plays to it. Anyway, so one of the things I kind of wanted to do was check with the decoration trader. I just wanted to show you guys. Okay, so this isn't where we go. Where do we go to buy Super Adventure Box decorations? Where do we go for that? Is that Moto in Ratasum, is it? I don't want to rack up too many play hours on this druid that aren't actually, you know, zero to hearing properly, so I won't spend too long on this. Yeah, it does. The Alacrity does affect it. Hey, WP, I hope the membership helps a little more. Wait, did you just sub? Sorry, did I just miss something? I hope the membership helps a little bit. You've given me countless hours of movies during the last couple of years. See this as a small token of gratitude and keep playing. Thank you so much. Yeah, by the way, what game do I plan on playing after X2's done? Well, we've got 8 more episodes of Last Mission. I anticipate basically no one's going to watch them. The current video has been up for ages, and there's just 2 comments on it, I think, or 3. But that's basically going up as a spacer. For those that really love the X2 stuff, you know, that's like a wind down series for them. But Tomb Raider, I'm pretty sure, is the next. I'm currently replaying Tomb Raider 2013 to re-remember the story. I'm at the point where you climb to the top of the radio tower, and it gets all snowy, and Sam's about to get kidnapped and all that stuff. I kind of want to replay it so I remember what's going on when we get into the sequel. Not that it's super important, but I'm a big fan of the game, and I want it to be clear. Okay, I don't get it, so...
Act with wisdom.
Challenge yourself to learn.
Talk to you later.
I could pretty much.
So who do we want to go to find these decorations?
Enough talk.
Dude, I got no idea. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a sausage.
I like to think inside the box.
Oh, he makes a joke about thinking inside the box. Well, whatever. Also, hey, another thing that, seeing these balloons here, these balloons have been added. I'm going to leave the stream with an interesting thought for you guys. A fun little feature that I think would be an interesting take on having a living world for ArenaNet, as this is what they're so desperate to have. Here's a cool idea. They put these balloons here. These balloons are decorations, for those of you that don't know. They're Guildhall decorations that devs clearly just come along and put down. Guild Wars 1 had this wonderful campaign called Factions, and in Factions, players could acquire a currency in the game that would, as a guild, as an alliance, they could build this big currency up that eventually would allow them to take control of outposts. And their guild emblem and flags would be, you know, flying on the outpost or whatever, and they got access to a special little area with a merchant with reduced wares and the ability to launch fireworks if they wanted to. And some guilds could even own the capitals. Wouldn't it be kind of cool if Guild Wars 2 had some form of, you know, like, reputation or faction system for each of the 5 races, and once, well, I don't know. Once they've got the Guild Hall stuff sorted out, guilds can build up their faction with those reputations or whatever, and just like they could in factions, claim each of the places. What's your perk for claiming it? Well, your perk is that you can place decorations down. Decorations, I would say, because they've got the engine's capable of it. They've got it all there. I would say the decorations maybe need to not have any collision, all right, obviously, so that, you know, you can't troll too badly or whatever. And maybe they turn off quite quickly or something, I don't know. And you'd want to design the system such that whoever is in control of each of these places, it changes hands quite frequently. I don't know. And then you'd always have different stuff going on in the capital cities. I think that'd be crazy. I think that'd be really fun. Big, nice living world. Just made a free account because I can't remember my password and my old phone had an authenticator attached to it. I'm not sure what to do. Dude, just you'll have this waypoint immediately. Alright, Sorenjar. Just go to Sorenjar, level to 10. Come to Ratasum, okay? And then just go in there. Just go in the Super Adventure Box. And you can have a lot of fun for absolutely no cost. No time costs. It's great. Anyway, I think that would be kind of an interesting idea. That's what I'm talking about. ArenaNet want a living world. They have an MMO. All you need to do is empower the community to make active and interesting change around your world. That's all you have to do. Get a little bit more of the sandbox in there as much as you've got the theme park. And they'll hit the balance eventually. That's where I think some of their focus should be. But hey. Anyway, there you go, guys. Thank you very much for watching the stream. I will catch you tomorrow. We may be about to experience the best story ArenaNet have ever told. That being the story of Varesh Ossa and her quest to release Nightfall. Thanks very much for watching, guys. See you tomorrow.